Why, hello, my friends. Welcome, welcome. We are talking here on Thursday. Is it Thursday? It's been one of those weeks where I thought Tuesday was Thursday, so it's been funny. So I love this topic. We're going to talk about why you're not a millionaire yet. For those of you who don't know me, I'm psychic medium Samantha Faye. I'm ranked top 5 female psychic and medium in the United States by the American Federation of Certified Psychics and Mediums. I teach people how to develop their psychic abilities as well as how to create a thriving online career and business. So, with that, the reason why I wanted to bring this up, and obviously, the title of this one is a little bit like, hello, I'm trying to push your buttons a little bit, so let your buttons be pushed. And I mean that in a full state of love because I believe in empowering healers, psychics, mediums, creatives, intuitives, people who are working with marriage and family therapy, counseling, and that sort of sense. I believe in empowering all of us and all of them in creating a career, a business that is actually going to thrive and grow. Because I know that when you are operating at your fullest potential, when you're operating at your highest and best, you have the capabilities of reaching a significant audience, a significant amount of people. Really and truly, there's something so extraordinary about stepping into your power and learning how to move through your own money blocks. Now, the first thing that I really want to talk about, this just dawned on me right before I started this, is what psychology refers to as the self-fulfilling prophecy. This was something that I learned years and years and years ago. That the self-fulfilling process, or the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So let's look at the word prophecy. You're actually creating a prophecy. You're creating something in your world, something that hasn't happened yet, but you're creating it as though it already has. So the self-fulfilling prophecy, psychology obviously doesn't even go into anything energetic, but the reason we know this works, right, is because visualization paired with manifestation in alignment with desire, boom, 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 there's your ticket to manifesting. So if you're putting this out there, but you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy out of fear, out of your own unworthiness, out of your own money scarcity mentality of, I don't love myself, I don't think I'm worthy of that, money scares me, people who have money are greedy, whatever your judgment is around people who make as much money as they want to and even push themselves to go further. Now, again, the reason we're talking about money here is because I believe in empowering you to being able to live the life, exactly the life that you want. Exactly, whatever lifestyle you want to step into, I want that for you. So that's why we're talking about this. When I started my path as a psychic, I was working with people and helping them with their marriages, going through grief process of losing loved ones, whatever it be. Like, there's so much to it that I started doing the psychic work. Then I started training psychics. And then I started realizing that our whole community of light workers is terrified of making money. Terrified of making money. They're not willing to ask for it. They're not willing to charge what they're worth, what the value is of what they're offering, all of these things. So why aren't you a millionaire yet? Because your attachments and your emotional relationship with money is what's keeping you blocked. So this can come from patternings that we have with our parents. This can come from, and I've seen this time and time again, where maybe you've invested in yourself and you have failed. Where you have invested in yourself and you have not followed through. Where you have put time, energy, money, and all of your hopes and dreams behind something and you have completely flatlined. Well, let me tell you, all of that is not for nothing. All of that is your greatest. You literally have a whole cornucopia of lessons that are still sitting there waiting for you to reflect back on these failures so that you can start to see and learn how to trust yourself. Okay, that's what this is about. This is about you learning how to trust yourself. All of that. Money issues, when I'm talking to somebody about working with me and they see the whole thing and they see the whole process and then they go, oh my God, I would love to. This sounds like exactly what I want, but I don't have the money. That only means one of two things. That means that either I have not done a very good job of getting them, and not getting them, but earning the trust in the relationship. That means that I have not done a good enough job to say, look, I can take you from point A to point B. But that is only like 20% of the battle here. The other percent of the battle, hi Hope, glad you're here, love. The other half of the battle is that you have to trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself to follow through, you are going to fail. Bar none. If you do not think that you have what it takes to succeed at what it is that you are doing, you are going to fail. Now, I know some of you have said, but I've put my hopes and dreams, I've put my energy, I've put my prayers, I've put my manifest, I've put everything out there in this one direction, and it didn't work. So that doesn't work. So riddle me that, Samantha. And to that, right, I have too. 100%. I actually had to drop out of school at UCSB. Drop out. I was so proud of myself for getting to UCSB, to getting accepted to a UC school, to, making my family, my parents, everybody proud. And I had to drop out from extenuating circumstances. Didn't have anything to do with my willingness to show up. It had a lot to do with other stuff. So I had to drop out. And when I dropped out, like I said, devastated. My self-esteem, I started having anxiety attacks. I had, honestly, like 6 months of full-blown panic attacks where I couldn't sit in a restaurant. It started happening around restaurants, but when I really dove into it, I realized it was my anxiety about being judged for being a dropout. So I put everything that I had to that, but the truth is that it was not in alignment with my highest self. It was not in alignment with my path. So what happened when I dropped out was that I actually started working in politics. Super strange, right? But I started working in politics. I started working on a political campaign for a 3rd district supervisor down in Santa Barbara County. This was like 9 years ago now. But I started working down there and I learned so much about our voting system. I actually ended up being a part of a voter fraud court case about how screwed up the whole system is with registering people on college campuses. Huge deal. Huge deal. We won't get into that. But my point in that being is that I learned so much more about where I was supposed to be than where I thought I was going. And the reason for that was because, one, my heart, if I really am honest with myself, my heart was not in going to UC. I was doing that to prove to my family, to impress, to do what I was supposed to be doing. How many of you are doing things that you're supposed to be doing? It's a load of crap. You have to do what you want to do. And the self-fulfilling prophecy has everything to do with you actually seeing what it is that you're capable of doing and how it is that you're going to move through those blocks. Now, I have some people that I've worked with too who want to do it. They say that they're a yes. They step in, they tiptoe, they have some breakthroughs, and then they go back. And part of that, again, is fear of our own light. The fear of what it is that we are capable of doing that terrifies us. And if you're familiar with Marianne Williamson, you've heard her quote around it's not our greatest fear, or it's not our greatest darkness that we're most afraid of. It is our light. It is our potential. It is being us at our most fabulous, us at our most gorgeous, us at our most brilliant. And yet we shy away. We dumb ourselves down. We say, I don't want to do that. I had an interview for Earth Angels yesterday with a woman we were talking about looks. And we were talking about dumbing ourselves down or feeling the need to do that. And I'll tell you, I did that for years. I did that for years as a tomboy. I was a tomboy growing up because of the negative attention that I felt that I got. And I still get weird, funky, negative attention from men and women. It's weird. But the truth is, it's going to be there no matter what. It's going to be there if you shine at your brightest, and it's going to be there if you shine at half-mast, and it's going to be there if you choose to stay pickled in your own deepest, darkest complaints of how terrible life is and how horribly afraid you are. So again, what does this have to do with the reason you're not a millionaire? It has everything to do with you seeing your value. It has everything to do with you seeing your worthiness, what it is that you're capable of doing and how you are capable of doing it. Because it isn't just about surrender and praying. It is about taking action. It is about listening to your heart. It's about willingness to be made a fool. It's about willingness to make mistakes. Because if you do not fail, you are not getting anywhere. I can promise you that. If you are not experiencing failure in your life, then you are not learning anything. You're not putting yourself out there. You're not taking risks. You have to take risks in order to grow. It is part of the process. So this is all for you. This is all for you. So the reason you're still sitting in, why can't I go to the Bahamas when I want to go to the Bahamas? Why can I have, or even just like, let's just think for a second, releasing yourself from financial stress. What would your life look like? Just simply, without dreaming of these hypothetical circumstances, let's really look at what would your life look like if you were able to release your financial stress. Right? Things are going to start changing. I can already feel you guys moving blocks. You're already like, oh, I can feel it. It's like the energy is all of a sudden getting lighter, right? As we start to look at this. Everything that is in your way is a block. It is a block of energy. It is something that is stopping you from moving forward through your own gateway, and that is okay. Now, what are blocks? Blocks are thoughts. They are nothing more. Right? Your blocks, the reason you are stuck is because you are allowing your thoughts to control what you're capable of doing. And I'm here to tell you right now that it's important for you to not believe everything that you think, especially if you are saying negative things about yourself. When you say these negative things about yourself, or when you tell yourself that you can't or that you are not capable, you are reiterating that, and you are quite literally limiting yourself and then staying behind your own justification, which is what? A self-fulfilling prophecy. So look at your own self-fulfilling prophecy, because you have the opportunity right now to make a huge difference in the world. A huge difference in the world. And it doesn't even matter if we're looking at this world outside of ourselves, right? It's you have the opportunity to make a huge difference in your world. I'm talking about your own internal liberation, being able to be free of your own insecurities, the reasons why you're not willing to take risk, not feeling that you're capable, not feeling that you're good enough, not feeling that you're willing or wanting to be seen. And why is it that you're not willing or wanting to be seen? Because you're afraid of being judged and you're afraid of rejection. You're going to be judged. I can guarantee you right now that for something in your life that you've done, you are being judged right now. I'm probably being judged for making this video. It's a part of it. People are going to reject it. People are not going to agree with what it is that I'm saying, and that's fine. People are not going to agree with what you're saying, and that's fine. The only thing that matters is your relationship with yourself. The only thing is your relationship with yourself, because when you are in alignment with your relationship with yourself, your relationship in relationships get better, and friendships get better, in your workplace, your relationship with the world, with your own life, with your own reason, your purpose, your reason for being. When you are in alignment with you, all of that falls into place. So again, what does this have to do with the reason you're not a millionaire yet? Is that you haven't been valuing yourself. Now I'm using, and I do hear some of you, I am using money as a measurement here, right? I am. You can measure your world in different ways, but I can guarantee you right now, money is not going anywhere. We got Bitcoin, we got cryptocurrencies, we got all these other fun things coming up to try to shake up the game around money, but guess what? money is still going to be there. There's still going to be a currency. So we have to learn to work with it. We have to learn to interact with it. And we have to learn to see how it actually defines our value of success and why we are blocking ourselves from being unsuccessful, while we are blocking ourselves from actually stepping out there. All of this has to do with your own worthiness and your own self-fulfilling prophecies. So if you get into a job, and let's say they're even paying you six figures, let's say they're paying you like 120, let's even say they're paying you $300,000 a year. There's still a cap there, right? There's still a cap, and it's going to take you a while to get to that millionaire status if you're making $300,000 a year, but you also have expenses. Let's say you even have a family, you've got all these other things. But there's a cap there. There's a way for you to move through that. There's a way for you to overcome that, and there's a way for you to get really creative. Really creative. Do you guys realize if you look around this world, nobody knows what's going on. Everybody is making it up. People that started these big, massive, giant corporations started with an idea, started with a one thing, and had the drive for you to be able to see what is possible for yourself, for you to be able to see that you are capable of way more, that you can create an influence. And I'm specifically right now talking to those of you who are here watching that want to be an influencer or want to be a part of something that is big. Because influencers, even people that are creating a movement, we create a movement by involving other people. So when you're looking at your worthiness, your message, your voice, the things that you're saying, the way that you carry yourself, all of this, it comes up and it comes out in extraordinary ways. Absolutely extraordinary ways. And so when you can change your thoughts about what you think is capable for you and what you've chosen to believe from what other people told you is true for you, and you decide to blow all of that out of the water because they don't know what's going on, and you can start to see that you get to create and contribute to the glory of your own destiny, the glory of your own creation, really and truly getting all of that out there, getting all of your own, yes, right? Yes. So I'm really fired up. I've been talking a lot about money in the last couple of days because, as most of you know at this point, I've been launching my Earth Angels program. And with launching the Earth Angels program and opening that enrollment, this is year 2, I've been having a lot of conversations with people about where we allow ourselves to be blocked, where we allow ourselves to move through, where we allow ourselves to be creative and inventive and try new things, and also be able to learn from somebody who has already forged the path, who has already been a few steps or even around a couple more turns than you have. This shortcuts the journey. This shortcuts the path, and this amplifies your potential. Because when 2 or more sit in prayer, the energy is squared. When 3 or more sit in prayer, the energy is cubed. It amplifies in an infinite way. And so it's so important for you to also be able to see that for you, if you are feeling the call, if you are feeling the pull, then I absolutely, hands down, would love to talk with you. I would love to talk with you about your participation in the Earth Angels program. What this is about, it is about, I'm teaching psychics, intuitives, creatives, and healers how to create a sustainable online career that is completely limitless. Meaning there is no ceiling to the amount that you can grow into it. There is no ceiling or limit or bound to what it is that you are capable of creating in your life when you start to allow your thoughts, your thinking patterns to change. You couple that with action and the alignment of your divine purpose, your divine soul. There is something so incredible that happens, that the support that starts to show up behind you, that starts to show up in your life, becomes so much more valuable. And I'm really, really talking about angels. I'm talking about dragons. I'm talking about etheric guides. And I know that at this point, yeah, it gets a little woo-woo, but I'm talking about that there's so much more than what meets the eyes and what it is that we can see that creates this massive momentum when we are in alignment with ourselves. And when we are in alignment with our true calling and our fullest and highest potential, really and truly, I get so jazzed about this. And in one of the interviews that I did yesterday, he's like, so do you find that fulfilling? And I'm like leaning over the table almost to him. And I was like, I can't stop because I get so excited talking about it. It's huge. There is a massive conscious awakening happening on our planet right now. And for those of you that are ready to be a thought leader, for you, if you are ready to be a thought leader, if you are ready to step out of your box, if you are ready to push the limits of your comfort zone and actually see what you're made of, this is for you. This program is for you. It is about being your own boss. It is about creating and evoking extraordinary change. It's about learning the business and marketing side. It's not so much the fun part, but it is a massive component to being able to move through these blocks. Now, the reason I look at money and the reason this is, the reason you're not a millionaire yet has so much to do with your willingness to look and reflect at yourself and see where you are blocking yourself. There's so much for you. There's so much more for you. And I can tell you that your imagination is the only thing that's limiting you. What you are capable of seeing for yourself is the only thing that's limiting your potential. And not just that, it's also your willingness to actually see that it's possible. Because it is possible. You just have to look at and create it and start dreaming it. And I'm also going to say that having accountability, having people to work through your blocks with, having mirrored reflections, having people that are dedicated and driven and willing to step forward into their own light is going to create massive change and massive action for you. Massive. But it's up to you. If you are interested, if you're hearing the call, if you think you're ready to make this the best, most banger year of your life, most transformative year of your life for sure, then definitely private message me. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your business goals. Tell me about your dreams. Because I'm here to support you in what it is that you already have going, what your ball already is rolling. I'm happy to implement and bring to you all of the knowledge that I have to be able to help push you into the direction of your highest potential and to be with you alongside the journey for the rest of this entire year. So with that, tune in with me, check in with me, send me a message. I cannot wait to hear from you. I want to connect with you. So let me know. All right. Thank you so much for joining me on this ride. I hope that you really can start to see that for you to be able to say that you are in fact a self-made millionaire, that you are the one that can pull yourself through this. You are the fire under your ass. Get it going because this is your call. All right, my friend, I look forward to hearing from you soon. Mwah. Ciao.